Hello, this video will be about the parts of the instrument, specifically the lower half of your instrument. This part is called the body of the instrument. Now the body is an entirely hollow piece. You have three main parts, faces I should say. You have the front face, the back, and the sides, which are called the ribs of the instrument. Okay. The outside shapes of your instruments, these are called the bouts. If you're thinking about your instrument standing up like this, you have the upper bout, you have the lower bout, and this bout right inside here is called the C bout because of the shape of the instrument. This is the spot that allows you to have a cutaway for your bow to move on the strings. Now these bouts are exactly the same on this side. This is the upper bout, the C bout, and the lower bout. About the middle on the front side of your instrument, you have this piece of wood right here that stands up nice and tall. This is called the bridge. And the purpose of the bridge is to hold your strings up off the fingerboard, but it's also a way for the vibrations of the strings to transfer down into the front of your instrument and help this entire body of your instrument vibrate. That's what gives us the volume in order to project so that people in the back of the audience can hear your instrument is this hollow body. So the bridge transfers the vibrations from the strings into the body of your instrument. Now, when the body moves, it's got to let the air out a little bit. So what you have is on the front of your instrument, you have these two holes, and they're decoratively shaped. They're shaped like a very fancy calligraphy F, and that's why these are called the F holes. Right on the left and right side of the bridge, these are the F holes, and the purpose of the F holes is to allow the air and the vibrations to leave the inside of the body and travel out to the listener. All the strings come over the bridge and they attach to this triangular part right here. This piece is called the tailpiece. And at the very top of the tailpiece where the strings meet, you have these metal brackets. These metal brackets are attached to these screws. And this whole system is called the fine tuners. So when you're trying to get your instrument exactly in tune, turning these screws will allow you to really dial in and make sure that you can make very small adjustments to making the pitch higher or lower. So that's the top of the tailpiece. Now these next two parts we're going to talk about are just specific to the violin and violas. The first right is this black piece right here. This is called the chin rest. This is where your chin makes contact with the instrument when you play it. So that's specific to violin and viola. The other thing is when your tailpiece comes all the way down and these chords come down, it anchors itself into this piece called the end button. Okay, that is on the violins and the violas. Cellos and basses are a little bit different. So this is a cello right here, and what you can see is there's no chin rest down here because we don't play a cello under our chin. It's a little too big. So there's no chin rest, and that tailpiece comes all the way down into something called the end pin. Now the purpose of the end pin is to raise and lower this bar to adjust the height of the instrument so that it fits your body specifically. So let's review. We'll review on the cello. We'll review on the cello the parts of the instruments. So the first parts of the body. The first thing is you have the front, the ribs, and the back. You have the different bouts. Here is the upper bout, the C bout, and the lower bout. The strings go over the fingerboard and cross this piece right here, which is called the bridge. They transfer down into the tailpiece, which is this triangular piece right here. When they connect at the fine tuners, which are these screws and brackets that the strings actually connect into. The bottom of a cello and a bass have an end pin, and the bottom of the viola and the violin have an end button. The last part is violin specific, and that's this piece right here, which is your chin rest. So that is the parts of the body of your instrument. Thank you for watching.